You are the type of owner who pays attention. You watch your dog, you read up on behavior, you genuinely care about getting this right. So when your dog lunges out of nowhere, it shakes you, because you were watching. You were right there, and you still missed it. Here is the thing nobody talks about: the most dangerous moment in your dog's stress response does not look dangerous at all. It looks like nothing. That silence before the storm is exactly what we need to talk about. Most people think aggression starts with noise. A growl, a bark, a snap. But by the time you hear any of that, your dog has already moved through several earlier stages you probably never noticed. This video is going to change how you read your dog, not just in high-pressure moments, but every single day. Because once you understand what the freeze actually is, you cannot unsee it. Let us start with what is actually happening inside your dog's body when they freeze. Imagine your dog spots something that makes them deeply uncomfortable. Maybe it is another dog approaching too fast. Maybe it is a stranger reaching down toward their head. Maybe it is a child running straight at them. In that moment, your dog's nervous system is doing something incredibly sophisticated. It is running a rapid threat assessment, and the freeze is the output of that calculation. This is not your dog being calm. This is not your dog being well-behaved. This is your dog's autonomic nervous system hitting a kind of temporary pause state, sometimes called tonic immobility, where the body locks up while the brain decides what to do next. Fight, flee, or comply. The freeze is the moment before the decision. And here is what makes it so dangerous for owners who do not know what they are looking at. It is quiet. It is still. It can look at a glance like your dog is fine, but look closer. The body is not relaxed. It is rigid. The weight might shift slightly forward onto the front legs. The tail, if it is moving at all, is doing something slow and stiff, not a loose wag. The mouth is closed tight. The eyes are wide, or they have gone into what trainers call a hard stare, a locked gaze that does not blink, does not soften, does not look away. The muscles along the jaw and the shoulders are braced. This is a nervous system under serious pressure. Every signal here is pointing toward one thing: your dog is one decision away from an explosion. Now let us talk about the body language that actually predicts what comes next, because the freeze does not appear in isolation. Before the freeze, you will almost always see a sequence of softer signals. These are your dog trying to communicate distress through what behaviorists call appeasement or calming signals. Lip licking when there is no food around. A sudden yawn in a tense situation. Turning the head away. Blinking slowly and repeatedly. A low, slow tail wag that does not involve the whole back end. These are not random. These are your dog saying, "I am uncomfortable, please give me some space. I do not want this interaction to escalate." Most owners miss these entirely. Not because they do not care, but because these signals are subtle and we are not taught to look for them. So the dog tries the soft signals. Nobody responds. The pressure continues. And the nervous system escalates to the freeze. The body locks. The signals go quiet. And if the pressure still does not stop, what comes next is the part everyone sees: the growl, the snap, the lunge. Here is the part that should genuinely change how you think about your dog's behavior. Many owners, when they see the freeze, do one of two things. They either ignore it and let the situation continue, or they correct it. They give a leash correction. They say a sharp no. They physically move the dog, or they force the interaction forward, because they think their dog just needs to push through the discomfort. Both of those responses are teaching your dog something, and what they are teaching is deeply counterproductive. When you punish or suppress the freeze, you are not removing the fear. You are removing the warning. You are essentially telling your dog that the early signals, the soft ones in the freeze, are not allowed. And your dog, being a dog, learns that lesson. They stop showing the freeze. They stop lip licking. They stop turning away. They go straight from looking fine to biting, because every step in between has been trained out of them. This is how you create a dog that bites without warning, not through bad genetics, not through a traumatic past alone, but through well-meaning owners who, over and over again, corrected the symptoms instead of addressing the source. So what should you actually do when you see the freeze? The first thing is to remove the pressure. That might mean physically creating distance. Move your dog away from whatever is triggering the response. Do not wait for it to escalate. The moment you see that body lock, that hard stare, those stiff muscles, you interrupt the situation by calmly and confidently changing the environment. Walk your dog in a wide arc away from the trigger. Step between them and the other person or dog. Give them an out. The second thing is to breathe because your dog is reading you. If you panic when you see the freeze, you add another layer of stress onto an already overwhelmed nervous system. Your calm, matter-of-fact response is itself a form of reassurance. You are not rewarding fear. You are demonstrating leadership. There is a real difference. The third thing is to start keeping a mental log of when and where the freeze happens. What is the trigger? How close was it? What time of day? How was the energy on the walk beforehand? Patterns in reactivity are almost always traceable. And once you know your dog's specific triggers, you can start working below the threshold, building positive associations with the things that used to cause the freeze before they ever get close enough to trigger it. And the fourth thing, maybe the most important, is to stop punishing the warning signals. Every growl your dog gives you is information. Every freeze is communication. When your dog tells you they are struggling, the right response is never to silence the message. It is to hear it and act on it. Here is what shifts when you understand all of this. You stop being surprised. You stop standing there after a lunge, replaying it in your head, asking yourself where that came from, because you start to see it coming. You catch the lip lick 3 minutes before the trigger. You notice the stiffening the moment a stranger gets too close. You read the hard stare before it turns into anything else. And because you can see it, you can respond early. Not reactively, not in the aftermath. In the moment that actually matters before the nervous system tips over the edge. Your dog is not broken. Your dog is not dangerous by default. Your dog is communicating with everything they have. The freeze is not silence. It is the loudest thing they know how to say. If this changed how you think about your dog's behavior, keep watching. There is a video right here that goes deeper into reading canine body language in real situations, the kind that happen on every walk. You already care enough to be here. Take that next step and learn to read what your dog has been trying to tell you all along. Thanks for watching. If you loved this video, scan the QR code on the screen right now to subscribe and join the Pawsome Life family. Give your dog a belly rub for us, and we will see you in the next video.